This is our Rhodes Scholar Tour. We have this, we've done this every year since I've been here. The individuals who take the trip, in my humble estimation, are much more connected to each other. They're connected to the university, to the institute, to the people of this great state. And we're really honored to have our new chancellor, Chancellor Rodney Bennett, and his partner Temple. So welcome to Nebraska. Here we go.
Oh, thank you all. I'm here every Thursday night. What a trip like this does, and especially over multiple days, is helps you to move that theory into a practical application. So now, instead of just hearing about the different parts of the state and the diversity that is here, you actually get to experience it. You know, you get to feel it and touch it and be with the people and talk to the people and really sort of immerse yourself in the richness that's really here in a practical kind of way.
Sure, this is a beautiful Kubota.
Oh,
that
yeah.
We had at the tractor test
Oh, my God,
100
yeah.
year celebration like 3 weeks ago.
Hi, I'm Emily Martindale. I am an agriculture education student at UNL. Yeah, thank you, Becky. Yeah. So I graduate May 2025, and I'm just so excited to see you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on campus.
Being out like we are today and being across the state and seeing some of the things that we're seeing really reminds me of my own childhood and my own upbringing. Yeah. What a great artistic visual to that. The people, the values, the things that are important, the goals that we have for public higher education, the goals that we have for students, the ways in which we interact with our community, the ways in which we honor the land that we are stewards of, all feels like what I've been doing really from my earliest upbringing and recollection. So when I thought about Nebraska as a candidate, I really was thinking about a place where there was a natural fit, where I would understand what the assignment was, as it were, but also a place where I could learn and I could make a contribution and sort of bring my 30 plus years of experience and apply it in ways that maybe had not been applied previously. So I think today in this tour really begins to bring into greater focus what the next 10, 12, 15 years, however long, can look like. If we're bold, if we're courageous, if we don't lose sight of what our responsibilities as the flagship and the land grant institution are to the state, and what our fundamental sort of responsibility might be to students and to their families and to the taxpayers of the state. I think that we're only limited by our own imagination and our own creativity. And I know that at UNL, there are no shortage of people who are creative and who are passionate and who are committed to this work. So I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to be the chancellor of a place who has those types of values and those priorities. I want to thank y'all for coming today. This is the State of the University address, done unconventionally.
Perfectly placed.
Can you believe they let me do this job?
I couldn't think of a better place.
This year, due to the hot weather, these kernels won't ever develop here.
Oh, look at that.
And so it's not real good.
Yeah.
And if I walk over 20 around, which is good.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good, but it had potential, but the lack of moisture shut it down.
And that girth, Mike, was established when it was only
Yeah,
V6.
yeah,
So
V6.
that tall when the
V6
size
is
of that
when
ear was
when
established.
It established the rows around,
Yeah.
and the length was kind of established then too, but pollination here just the last week or two is what determined the.
Wow.
Nice
to meet you.
The people of this great state are connected in a very visceral way with their university, and to see us out here, not just on this tour, but on a regular basis, really connects us with the people that we serve. At the end of the day, I think this just punctuates our role as a land-grant university, and the more connections we make, the better off we are as an institution, and the better off we are as a state. And candidly, we're all in the same boat together, and together we'll help grow Nebraska.
To be irritating.
What our goal is you can look up and see the cameras that we have mounted on the ceiling here, and then this is actually the view that you get from all 6 cameras. So we have 24-hour continuous monitoring of these cattle, and then we'll be able to develop an algorithm to track them on an individual basis and have individual data on each calf. And so that will help in the future to be able to make management decisions on an individual level at times.
So as you go to the top, there's kind of a fiber mat on top.
Yep.
As you go down, you feel that fluid at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's more digest is warmer.
Yeah.
A lot of reactions taking place. It's about 103 degrees in there.
Yep.
And then if you feel the sides, feel how rough those sides are.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's those papillae.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You feel those?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that all moves that food around. So
Easy. Easy. I think it's a once in a lifetime experience. You look out over this vastness and you think about where we started from back in Lincoln and where we are now. And as Mike Boehm has said several times on the trip, these zones that we have, this ability to really experiment and explore with different ecosystems across our state in both large scale and small scale kinds of ways, I think really leads in a very important way to our ability to be the leader in agriculture and natural resources, not just in our country, but really all around the world. And all of that exists right here in the state of Nebraska.
There is more difference between Lincoln and Scottsbluff than there is from Lincoln to New York City. So research-wise, it's wide open.
The agriculture community out here is just phenomenal. And you know, it's oftentimes most of the challenges we can't solve on our own. You know, we're a part of the ag community where we try to add in where we can, but it's oftentimes working with producers, with ranches, with farms, people that come to us with ideas about, hey, you know, we need to maybe focus more on research on this, and so we come together and try to co-produce science. You know, it's not just scientists doing our thing. It's we all work together to find solutions to challenging problems.
I could not imagine beginning my chancellorship here without having spent this time on the road. I think that it really frames and brings into greater clarity and greater focus the opportunities that I have as chancellor to lead and direct and be a part of just an incredible body of work that affects so many people, whether it's climate, whether it's water, whether it's food, whether it's animals, whether it's the land, whether it's that person on their deck or in their backyard who has a garden, who's wanting the best harvest for their hard work all spring and summer. All of that is work that we have seen and heard about while on this tour. And as a university, we have an opportunity to be at the forefront of sort of advancing that and taking that to the next level.